Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Likely some knives on the more budget end of the spectrum from CJRB, which has me excited, especially after the release of the Latitude. Absolutely wonderful product, a huge W release from CJRB, so I'm excited to see what else they've got cooking. Thanks so much to CJRB for sending these in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. All of these, or it's probably all the same model, they'll all be linked down in the description so you guys can check them out. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Okay, so what do we have here? Not a review today, guys. This is just an unboxing. I still have to say that sometimes, even though I'm removing an object from the box for the first time and breaking a seal. For some reason, people believe that this is a review. You can't review something if you're just pulling it out of the box for the first time. But that's probably where a lot of the confusion with his channel comes from, right? He doesn't review anything, he just unboxes it. There are reviews actually that follow the unboxings, but I'm sorry, I don't want to get into that can of worms there. Mega Maximal Stonewashed AR RPM 9 blade, brown micarta handle. Mega Maximal. So this is the Maximal, but it is now a Mega version, like a large version. That sounds fun. That sounds interesting. Because the Maximal... Oh, it is. I believe so, yes. This is a larger Maximal. A crossbar lock, which is fine. It's fine to still release crossbar locks. Was hoping, I'm going to be honest, I was hoping for a top liner lock. But I got no problem with a Mega Maximal. Guys, this is a Griptilian. That's what this... I mean, it's fine. I'm going to show you guys real quick. I mean, this is really close. CJRB, this is really freaking close. I'm going to pull out a Ritter Hogue, which if you don't know, the Doug Ritter blade originally was on the Griptilian frame from Benchmade. The Benchmade Griptilian, sorry, there's a vacuum cleaner going upstairs, which is annoying at the moment, but I did tell my kids to please use the vacuum cleaner under the upstairs kitchen countertop, so I'll just have to deal with that. But the Benchmade Griptilian blade was made better by Doug Ritter. The Doug Ritter blade was considered a superior product. At some point, he ended up working, kind of discontinuing his work with Benchmade and going with Hogue to create what we now refer to as the Ritter Hogue, which is the Hogue and Doug Ritter RSK MK1 G2. I have this knife right here with some aftermarket scales, but still in the exact same shape as they were originally. That's pretty close. It's not exactly the same thing, but clearly, I think, inspired by the Doug Ritter blade at the very least, right? I mean, now we can still say, okay, it's still a pretty, straightforward generic blade shape, but there is, I don't want to get, there's a million knives out there that are very knife-shaped that look like other knife-shaped knives, and, original designs like the Benchmade Bug Out is very original, right? Don't copy the Benchmade Bug Out. It's an original design. They're copying the Bug Out. Benchmade designed the classic knife handle and simple drop point blade, so anybody else that does exactly the same thing is copying. We don't want to make that silly argument because it is exactly that. It is a silly argument. This is it's a very popular knife-shaped handle and a very popular knife blade-shaped blade, right? The nice thing about this is that it is still contoured and it is more compact than the full-size Ritter Hogue. It's also longer than the small-size Ritter Hogue or Benchmade Griptilian or whatever knife you want to compare it to, making it, I think, a more appealing in-between size to a lot of people. So in a lot of ways, you could say improved. The only issue I have with this is the continued use of AR RPM 9. I don't know how much longer Artisan Color and CJRB are going to force this steel on us. It's not a bad steel, but it is very quickly being shoved out of the preferable budget steel group, right? They have this other steel that they developed. It's like ASMR FOMO2 or something. I don't know what it's called, but it's very similar, I think, to like 154 CM. My thought was, oh, we're going to replace AR RPM 9 with this new better steel that has a better composition. And if that would still land them within budget territory in terms of pricing, this would undoubtedly be a more preferable and more optimized steel that would, I think, compete better with this budget price range. Unfortunately, it seems like their goal was maybe to convince people to pay more than $75 for this steel that was supposed to be, like they were hoping that people would accept it at a higher price point, which I think is a bad strategy. I think what needs to happen here is CJRB and Artisan Cutlery on less expensive products need to adopt the other popular steels in the market and stop relying so heavily on AR RPM 9, which is clearly here because they make it and because it creates an enormous amount of room for them to, benefit from the markup on the knife, right? That's clearly what's happening. Again, I want to stress, that would be my guess. It's not necessarily factually true. I'm just guessing based on everything that I've seen. Again, it's not a bad steel. It's just kind of meh. Spray form 9CR 18 MOV. That's what it is. So, it's fine. It's okay, right? There are steels in this territory that blow it out of the water in a number of different elements. So, but the design itself looks pretty good. We do have high tension Omega springs. Everything feels really nice. Actually, it feels like a nice knife. If this thing came in at, I don't know. If we find this, if I find out that this is on Amazon for like $37, it'd be great. I doubt it. Not with my Carta. This is probably going to end up being a $45 knife. We get anything north of 50, and it's like, you're kind of pricing yourself out there. Excuse me. Let's find out what we've got with these other variations here real quick. So this one is all black. It's good looking though. I do like the fact that we have this silver pivot collar here. I think that breaks it up a little bit and looks pretty nice. Very cool. My guess is, what are we guessing here for the third one? Blue jeans micarta. That's my guess. Blue jeans micarta, satin blade, or perhaps black blade. Let's see if I'm right. I'm wrong. We went with the forest green, which honestly would be my preference. I think the forest green, a little darker than the OD green that was, For a long time in the knife world, you had three choices. Black G10, OD green G10, and Coyote brown G10. That was it. Those were the only colors that existed. And now, fortunately, knife companies have adopted some various colors. Now, in this case, we only have subtle variations of green and brown. But what are you guys moving up there? What are we doing? So there's like a herd. There's a herd of buffalo going through my kitchen upstairs. Anyways, forest green and darker, almost like maybe like a desert or like a cattle tan, right? Subtle variations, but it looks nice. This is a good profile. It's a nice profile. It's a profile that's been done many times. Very good cutting geometry, nice and thin here. We have simple crossbar lock, which might be boring to, those of us in the community who are like, move forward, new. But there's constantly new people coming into the knife world. And there's also people who have been here for a while, or maybe not so long, or however long, that just prefer crossbar locks. So again, I want to make this clear to everybody. My message is not eliminate all crossbar locks. My message is it's okay to keep them in the loop. We just want to, move forward and offer some different locking systems for the part of the community who is really only interested in buying things that are, newer and not necessarily just the same shape but slightly different length with the same locking system, right? We see a lot of variation of the exact same thing. It's almost like, a lot of this is like we're going around in circles because we just need to release something. And that's okay. You have to look at it from a business perspective with a lot of these guys is maybe we got a little bit of a Dragon Ball Z filler kind of thing going on, right? Between the the manga and the actual TV show. Maybe we need to have a few episodes where Frieza talks about, we only have 5 minutes left before Namek explodes. And then 13 episodes later, Namek is still not exploded, right? Maybe we need to have a few of those episodes. It may be that a lot of these releases of similar products are simply, we need to keep releasing things because we need to keep, everything moving forward. And while it might not be super beneficial to those of us who are constantly, nose to the grindstone, ears to the ground, It might be that, this is nice for people who are newer, not quite so obsessed and, looking at every single thing that comes out. Maybe, because if you're just wandering into the knife world for the first time and this is in your face because of Google and SEO and whatever, maybe you're watching it because I've got a video on it, right? And you're like, oh, cool, that's actually a nice knife, and it's, not a bad price tag. And those people buy it. Let's say it's $45 to $50. Did they make a bad choice? No, and it's new to them, so it's okay. And CJRB is benefiting from newer people. I don't necessarily see a problem with that. It's only obnoxious to people who have been, here for every single step of the way. At the same time, though, we do want to see something newer and different. If this had, let's say I unboxed this and this had a top liner lock, right? And the steel was the ASFO, GTFO 2 or whatever it is, whatever the letters are. And they had it priced at like $65 or $70. Would that be interesting? Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe not so appealing to the newcomer looking for a knife that was sub 50 or sub 40, but flip-flopped, right? So it's probably it's probably a little bit of a swan dance, from CJRB's perspective and many of these other companies. Listen, I could be totally wrong, but it could be that during the developmental stage of a lot of the more interesting stuff that's meant for us, the more, see everything, hear everything part of the community, it could be that these releases are simply a sort of filler strategy while they complete these projects. My only point of reference is that eventually we do get things that are new and different from a lot of these companies. So this is fine. There's nothing wrong with these. I've seen it a million times. If you're new, you decide to pick something like this up, you didn't necessarily make a bad choice, but it could be that we're just, we're just buying time before they release something much more interesting. This is fine. I don't think this is the type of product that really warrants like a full-length review, but if you guys really want me to review it, I will. I feel like a lot of you can kind of, pick up everything you need to know about this product from this video. So I'll have it linked down in the description to, if they have like a really low price on Amazon or something, I'll put it there. Otherwise, it'll go to their website. That's going to be it today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.